Why is NewJeans Hanni not allowed to take Korean lessons? And is the royal family the only thing keeping OT4 Blackpink together right now? Riize Seunghan's indefinite hiatus? But why are people accusing Taeyeon of plagiarizing Jungkook? Kiss of Life's natty spicy outfits, how fancams are actually filmed, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, of course, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can also follow me on all my social media, resources linked below, my second channel. And of course, as always, please feel free to skip through to whatever subject interests you the most. So let's get started. So why is Minheejin seemingly preventing Hanni from taking Korean lessons, and why are people claiming that it's xenophobic? It seems that through a misunderstanding, people thought that the company was denying Hanni Korean lessons, despite her requesting them. Now, she did so much as say so, but let me explain. So basically, the other day she was doing a live stream and a fan basically told her, you know, in a joking way, Hanni, stop improving in Korean. For context, she was born in Australia and she is Vietnamese Australian. A lot of people are like, actually, she's not Australian, she's Vietnamese. Where do you think that accent comes from, sweetheart? Like, girly can be both. I don't think you understand how this works, but I digress. So here's what she said in response to that comment. Hey, I have something to say. I told the company that I wanted to take Korean classes too, but they said I won't do it. Hey, I have something to say. I told the company that I wanted to take Korean classes too, but they said I can't. They said I don't need them. So I thought, huh? There's no way I don't need them. But after listening to them, they said bunnies said I can't. So they didn't let me take classes. I don't have Korean classes. My last class was 2 years ago. So the reason people think her company is not letting her take Korean lessons is because she so much as said so, but like, what did she actually mean by that? She also did say that bunnies wouldn't let her, but we'll get to that. Here's what some K-netizens thought of this. Thinking that people's pronunciations sound cute when they try to speak a foreign language could easily cross into xenophobia, but there's barely people who recognize this. My bias group also has foreign members, and it took a long time for fans to register that we need to stop calling their pronunciation cute, so this matter sits close to heart for me. She lives in Korea and promotes here and wants to do it, so why are they stopping her? So weird. No, but this is such an obvious pro, so just why? It's also a plus when other foreign idols in that company speak fluent Korean, and what's more is that they receive lessons. So, huh? But Hanni is totally good at Korean. She probably thinks she's not good enough. Let her learn since she says she wants to. Why can't she? LOL. Her last lesson was 2 years ago? I don't think it's such a childish reason as to because fans think it's cute. Isn't it because she might research about working for other companies later on that they want to completely block this? Huh, this is so fascinating. The other labels in Hype don't do this. Kazuha seems to be studying hard, so what's up with Ador? She said she wants to, so why are they stopping her? Oh, disgusting. So it seems that some people are thinking that this is a marketing strategy. To market what? I'm not sure. To prevent her from joining other companies, which, I mean, her Korean, as they're saying, is pretty good, so I don't know about that. Now, keep in mind, this ends up being a misunderstanding, but a lot of people are coming up with really weird reasons behind it. One of them being that Minheejin is doing this to make Hanni stick to the group's youthful concept. However, Hanni has since clarified what she actually meant by this. NewJeans Hanni addresses the recent criticism towards company about not letting her take Korean lessons. So here's what she said. Bunnies, what I said during last phone-in call, I think there's been a misunderstanding. About a year ago, I mentioned to my manager who left the company earlier about how I wanted to start doing Korean classes again, and she replied on the spot very lightly. So I took it as a joke and also found it quite funny. I just wanted to share a fun story with you, but I think there was a misunderstanding. That conversation has not reached my label or CEO as it was a very light one. I feel awfully sorry about this. It was never my intention for what I mentioned about yesterday to become this big. I hope there's no misunderstanding and don't worry about it. Can you imagine though if this actually is a true story and she was actually frustrated that they won't give her Korean lessons, and now it's like, well, actually that manager left the company so long ago, this never reached the CEO. Or literally just a funny story that people really took out of context, really blew up out of proportion, right? Because she does say, but after listening to her manager, they said Bunnies said I can't, so they didn't let me take classes. I personally haven't seen the live stream in question. I don't know like what her intonation was, how she said this anyways, but it is pretty wild how these things can really be blown out of proportion, right? Because she could have just really literally been bragging. Like, my manager thinks my Korean is so good that I don't need lessons, and bunnies think my Korean is so good that I don't need lessons, and then people are like, the company is being xenophobic and won't let the girl learn. So let me know what you think about this. Do you think this kind of adds to idols being more closed off to their fans because anything they say will be looked into and potentially blown out of proportion? I always say, like, this is why idols don't talk to us. As a society, we don't deserve it, because you could say something so seemingly innocent, so seemingly joking, and then people will take your words and use it against your company, which, you know, is not a good look. As a fan, you might be thinking, like, I'm fighting for her to get Korean lessons, for her to be treated better by her company. Her higher-ups don't see it like that. Her higher-ups are now looking at her like, you need to be more careful with what you say. Maybe she's gonna get some privileges revoked. I don't know. We like to think of it as like a friend talking to us through a live stream, but at the end of the day, she is a professional. The higher-ups are going to criticize this. So a lot of the time we think we're doing well, but we're really just making things worse, or maybe even restricting access for some idols to speak to their fans. Do you know what I mean? So there's actually an update in regards to this situation, because Ador has released a statement responding to controversies over its management of their idols. So here's the statement. In light of the various false information circulating after Hanni's recent phoning live, we would like to clarify the company's position. While this may be a passing issue, we would still like to provide everyone with full details in order to dispel any exaggerated claims. Our objective is to address any concerns by sharing accurate facts and presenting the company's clear perspective. So they go on to say that they have been hiring instructors and scheduling classes for the members, specifically based on their needs. We have been doing so continuously, and even recently we had a separate language class for Hanni. This applies to Korean language education as well. Academic matters and privacy-related matters are personal decisions that bear great importance to the members, and the company have never made decisions for them upon our own discretion. They then talk about Hyein's decision to take the school equivalency exam and pursue homeschooling, which was decided by her parents. They're also denying that Hyein ever got her teeth laminated. I've definitely seen some rumors that she has veneers that are being spread around, and people will be like, how can someone so young get veneers? So they're clarifying that. Hyein started the dental program before joining Ador as a trainee with the consent of her parents. Furthermore, the program was aimed at improving dental alignment safety while preserving her existing teeth as much as possible, which is clearly different from dental laminates. All the aforementioned information pertains to events that occurred before Hyein joined Ador as a trainee, so we have thoroughly verified the facts for each matter. So they go on to say that Ador places utmost importance on the fact that the members of NewJeans are going through a significant phase of personal growth and learning that goes beyond their entertainment activities, encompassing all aspects of their daily lives. And that, of course, they believe in supporting the members' decisions. As always, Ador will fulfill our responsibilities with dedication and commitment in supporting the NewJeans members. Therefore, we sincerely request that you refrain from unfounded speculations and exaggerated interpretations regarding privacy matters concerning the members. So that is where we are with the situation as of now. Hanni apparently has access to all the language classes she could want. Hyein didn't get her teeth removed, from what I understand. But do you guys remember, have you guys ever seen like those TikToks like claiming that Hyein literally had veneers or something? But anyways, that's the update on that. BLACKPINK have made an OT4 appearance at none other than the palace banquet at Buckingham Palace. BLACKPINK attends palace banquet during South Korea state visit. I don't know what that was, with a shout out from King Charles. So King Charles and Queen Camilla hosted a glittering dinner at the palace in honor of South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and First Lady Kim Kon-hee's state visit to the United Kingdom. So of course we had all four girls attending this event. Here are their lovely outfits. Let me know what you think of them. So here's what King Charles had to say about them. It is especially inspiring to see Korea's younger generation embrace the cause. I applaud Jennie, Jisoo, Lisa, and Rose, better known collectively as BLACKPINK, for their role in bringing the message of environmental sustainability to a global audience as ambassadors for the UK's presidency of COP26 and later advocates for the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Literally sustainability queens. I can only admire how they can prioritize prioritize these vital issues as well as being global superstars. Sadly, when I was in Seoul all those years ago, I am not sure I developed much of what might be called the Gangnam Style. So here's actually Blackpink's reaction to having been shouted out by King Charles.
Poor Jennie, Jisoo, Lisa and Rosé, better known collectively as BLACKPINK, for their role in bringing the message of environmental.
So cute. So of course he didn't only mention Blackpink, he also brought up BTS by calling their song Dynamite dynamic before correcting himself, of course. So Korea has match-made Danny Boyle with Bong Joon-ho,
James Bond with Squid Game, and the Beatles' Let It Be with BTS's Dynamic or Dynamite.
Our cultures share a remarkable ability to captivate imaginations across the world, transforming a so-called soft power into a shared superpower. Here are some comments to this. He knew to recognize the real queen. I mean, who made them sit separately? The way they all looked at each other laughing. This is something noteworthy for exams. Now, of course, other than people praising Blackpink for this, surprisingly, there's been a lot of talk about King Charles recently because Trisha Paytas announced that she's pregnant with her second child. So people think that King Charles is going to kick it, you know, the bucket, but also a Blackpink song I've never heard before. I'm saving it for a rainy day. I know it's not K-pop related, but we can link it to the K-pop star we just talked to. Trisha Paytas is pregnant with second child. King Charles, you will start coughing in 7 days. This is because a lot of people thought that Trisha Paytas' first baby was the reincarnation of Queen Elizabeth. So I guess we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. There's also this wild theory that anyone that Rosie comes in contact with, if they are in a couple, they're going to break up. I think we can safely predict the end of the but let me know your thoughts. We've been covering the Seunghan story for a while now, and the most recent update is that SM Entertainment has announced that Riize Seunghan will be taking an indefinite hiatus from the group. This, of course, following a series of images and live streams that have been leaked of his. This started when fans noticed that his highlight on Instagram had been removed. And then, of course, we got the dreaded, hello, this is SM Entertainment. So here's what they announced. Seunghan is reflecting on the disappointment and confusion he has caused in relation to his private matters that were recently leaked and distributed through online channels. He apologizes not only to the group and his group members, but also to the fans. Seunghan has been feeling responsible for what has happened, as well as the mental burden. After serious consideration, he has expressed his desire to halt all activities for the sake of the group. We have also decided that it was unreasonable for him to continue his activities under these circumstances, and so Seunghan's activities will be indefinitely suspended with respect to his opinion that he did not want to cause any more damage to the team and the members. So of course, as of November 22nd, Riize will continue with 6 members, of course excluding Seunghan. You know, they go on to ask for fans' understanding that they feel a great sense of responsibility for the neglect on our part in terms of artist management, even if the issue at hand had occurred before debut. Once again, we sincerely apologize to the fans. Now, they do end up addressing what a lot of fans have been pointing out as the most problematic issue out of all of this. For a lot of international stans, him having a life pre-debut, him having a girlfriend pre-debut, him smoking is not inherently the issue here. Though, of course, you're going to have some people who think it is, who think that, you know, it is fine that he's getting out of the group because he made his group look bad. You're going to have people who think that, but from what I've seen, at least for a lot of international stands, they think he was just living a life. And actually, the real issue that should be being called out is the leaking of his personal stuff. So they do end up addressing that. The photos and videos that are being leaked and distributed without permission are from private moments pre-debut when Seunghan was a trainee. They were edited several times to intentionally cause misunderstandings. In addition, the individual who leaked and distributed the videos and photos in question has committed serious defamation against the artist by spreading fabricated and false information that is different from the truth. They have used non-existent messenger conversation and other malicious methods to create and spread groundless information. They go on to say that they've been gathering information and, of course, they plan on filing a police report. In addition, we are considering additional legal measures against the specific individuals for matters such as defamation of our artists through the unauthorized leak and dissemination of the content and other illegal acts such as cyberbullying and blackmailing. We will not tolerate any secondary acts of harm such as creating, spreading, and reproducing rumors related to our artists through additional posts. For the sake of the artists and the fans who love them, we will practice no leniency. Ending off with, of course, we will continue to do our best to protect our artists. So let's dissect this a little bit because from what we know from this statement, it's a little there's some conflicting information, right? He is going on an indefinite hiatus. Now, indefinite could mean anything. Indefinite could mean tomorrow. Indefinite could mean forever. But they didn't announce that he was kicked out of the group, which does give fans a lot of hope that he could come back one day. However, a lot of people are also bringing up Lucas's case, where he also wasn't kicked out of the group. However, 2 years later he was. So his indefinite hiatus turned into him being kicked out of the group years after the fact, with actually his future in other groups still remaining uncertain to this day, because it was announced that he was removed from WayV. But what about Super M? So there are some people who think that it's hopeful because the wording of it is still vague enough to the point where he could potentially come back. But on the other hand, you have fans who know what SM has done in the past, and it doesn't seem super hopeful. But then again, when they go through collecting information and filing police reports for an artist that they don't plan on keeping. So of course, let me know your predictions in the comments below. As for Seunghan, he's written a handwritten letter in regards to this, so let's take a look. So here's his letter. Hello, this is Seunghan. First of all, I would like to say that I am very sorry. I know very well that my careless actions from the past are now hurting many people. I am sincerely reflecting on myself. I want to apologize to the fans who have supported me and Riize members. I am deeply reflecting on myself and the fact that I have caused so much damage at a time where I should have been working harder than ever and focusing on what I need to do. I will continue to reflect and look deeper into myself so that I can become a better person. Once again, I apologize to the members, fans, and staff. So here's what some K-netizens think of his indefinite hiatus but removal from the group. Regardless of whether this was right or wrong, the person who spread it was so malicious that it honestly made me feel uncomfortable. The person who leaked the photos really shouldn't be left alone. They should be dealt with harshly without any agreement until the end. I wonder if there's a reason for doing this other than because he was upset that his friend is doing well. He is so evil. What is this indefinite suspension? If it's not a withdrawal, is it just keeping them in until the results of the lawsuit come out? They made such a big fuss over something that wasn't even a crime, and in the end, they made him leave the group. Idol fans are in impressive numbers. Due to the nature of male idols who have many female fans, these issues must be taken seriously. How can they spend money and become a fan after knowing this? I think SM did well this time. I'm not a fan, so I don't know anything else, but the thing I'm most curious about is that, based on the circumstances, it seems the person who was a friend of his was leaking the photos. If they were close friends, I'm curious as to why he was leaking them. From that time on, he captured or recorded Seunghan's post, kept them, and released them a few months later. It gives me goosebumps to think there might be people like that around me. For the future of the group and other members, it is right to leave. If he's inactive indefinitely, he's effectively withdrawing. So I can definitely speak to the reaction of international fans, at least which, of course, whenever we talk about what some K-netizens think, what some international fans think, I always have to iterate that, of course, if I'm reading comments on Twitter, do you think that really reflects everybody? Absolutely not. Just like if we read comments from Panchoa, it does not reflect every Korean person's thought. But just from what I've seen, the general consensus online is that this just wasn't the right move to make. A lot of criticism towards SM Entertainment a lot of criticism towards K-pop companies in general for doing this, because of course this happened with Garam as well. This happened to Soojin, and I actually found this TikTok that I wanted to share. So this is by Freddy's_TT on TikTok, and I thought the points were really interesting.
There's a lot of dissonance between the way that Seunghan has been kicked out of Riize and the way that Riize is marketed. They've had massive success on TikTok, and a big part of their appeal is being relatable. They've partnered with a load of influencers on TikTok. They're really appealing to an international audience. You've got Anton being a complete meme factory. SM has capitalized on Riize being really relatable and really normal and just everyday guys on TikTok that also happen to be K-pop idols. And they've created an audience that are I feel close and connected to these people and they're just like me. So Seunghan having a scandal that is smoking a cigarette and having a girlfriend, resulting in him being put on indefinite hiatus, doesn't make any sense to the international audience that you've generated through marketing them as relatable guys. If you want to push the boundaries and break the fourth wall of K-pop idoldom and reap the rewards of that, you have to stand up when things like this come out. The best position that they could have taken was to be yeah, we support him, whatever, it's all good. I think it's a really poor PR choice, and it's undone all the work that the idols have done and the company has done since August in building Riize as this relatable brand. I think they're really going to live to regret this, because all of the fans are just really disappointed and really disillusioned, and I think for good reason.
So I wanted to talk about this because there was a point said of like breaking the fourth wall. And I honestly felt this with Riize, that they were breaking the fourth wall of K-pop, especially with their interactions on TikTok. Like I had never really seen a K-pop group interact with their fans to that extent on TikTok. Their social media marketing, everything was just so, like, people were amazed by it. It really got a lot of people talking about Riize. So if SM had just purely based this decision off of what international stans think, the majority of them, right, then he wouldn't be on an indefinite hiatus right now. You know, in fact, if K-pop was run by international stans, Lucas would still be in the group, Sejun would still be in the group, Garam would still be in the group, right? So if you want to check out that TikTok, I've linked it below. I just wanted to share it, like, specifically because that point of the fourth wall being broken, that's exactly what stood out to me with Riize. I mean, aside from Wonbin's face. Anyways, I made a short about Seunghan's indefinite hiatus, so let's see what you guys have to say. We know how these types of hiatuses go in SM. It was nice seeing you perform, Seunghan. Riize will promote as a 6-member group from now on. Instead of Riize will promote as a 6-member group for the foreseeable future isn't making me feel super optimistic, since they definitely know who the person harassing him is. 2 lives with 4 viewers each. I'm hoping they'll make sure they're dealt with properly and then reintroduce Seunghan. This is so annoying. They need to stop pandering to crazy netizens. So sad. I don't want him to leave. Honestly, the stuff people are upset about is him just being a normal young adult, joking with friends on IG, smoking, dating, and going out. He wasn't a public figure when he was doing that. He was a private person who had someone sabotaging him by purposely keeping videos and photos, then threatened him that they have more. SM also mentioned the videos were maliciously edited along there being fake messages. It sounds like they're gearing up for a defamation lawsuit, but I have zero hope for SM to actually do that. I think this is going to be another Lucas situation. And yeah, it's sad that idols can't even talk to each other on live without fearing the loss of their career. They will wait for years and then they will announce that he left the group but not SM. It is so sad he was removed 3 months into his career and just because he had a life before he was an idol. I'm boycotting Riize after this. Riize is not Riize without Seunghan. I think K-pop companies need to stop babying fans. What are you crying over people's personal lives for? I'm sick of humans. So let me know what you think about this, of course, if you think he has a future in Riize. Again, there's just so many like conflicting information here. On one hand, it's like, yes, we've seen SM do this before and it didn't end very well. But then on the other hand, it's also like, it's kind of hopeful because it's like, okay, but the person was blackmailing him, right? I remember reading somewhere that they said like, if SM doesn't take action within a week, I'm going to release more. That's blackmail. SM could be like, yeah, we don't want to kick you out, but let's just do some damage control for now because we don't want any further damage to the group, which would make sense while they're preparing for a lawsuit. I don't know. Am I being delusional? But maybe that's plausible. Not another plagiarism accusation. Not a real plagiarism accusation. Again, this is where fans think that something is similar. But to be clear, it is not a creator of something accusing someone of plagiarizing what they have personally created. But we love similarities on this channel. We love pointing them out. We love reacting to them. So now we have Taeyeon, who of course is making her comeback with her 5th mini album 2X. And it seems some people are noticing some similarities between Jungkook's music video for 7 and her recent highlight clip. So let's take a gander at this. The table scene. I can see it right away. It's that table scene. Oh, and she's getting broken up with. I've literally never seen this trope before, ever done before. Someone being broken up with at a restaurant? Unheard of. Some fans think it's similar to Jungkook, also seen at a table in his music video for 7. Because if we remember in that music video, they're also at a table. I mean, they're definitely both at tables. No, but they are for real. Like the concept in and of itself is not new, but I do see, of course it is similar. I definitely see the similarity, you know, the lighting and so on. However, netizens have quickly come to the female soloist's defense. Many have stated that several artists have done the dinner table concept many times before, including One Direction. And then it seems that Taeyeon has also done this table scene before in her own music video for 11:11, so we can see that here. You know who else has done the table breakup scene? 21 and Go Away. Let me know in the comments K-pop music videos with similar table breakup scenes. Do we remember Natty, the Thai singer who was in 16, who debuted as a soloist and who is now part of Kiss of Life? Well, her newest photo shoot outfit is the talk of the town. She recently wore Something quite spicy for K-pop, I'm not gonna lie. When I say sometimes I think K-pop is rotting my brain, when I first saw this, I was shocked. I was like, it's like I had never seen a side boob before. So the caption is basically, it's my first time seeing a rookie female idol dressed like that. Now, depending on where you look, you're going to find vastly different reactions. So here are some K-netizens' comments. Sigh, this isn't even pretty, please. Wow, I wonder if she even wanted to wear that. This is severe. Last time I was even more shocked seeing that she wore during the showcase. This agency is insane. Who is this? Isn't this Natty? If this isn't a fashion photo shoot, it's too much. This is too much. These kids would look pretty even fully covered. I got shocked. Is she shooting a photo shoot? The exposure is too severe. But Kiss of Life's Cordy is a bit suspicious. That's Natty? That is shocking. This is shocking. Now, it does seem it was for a photo shoot, but there's also this article. Fans defend Kiss of Life's Natty as she slays and dress ever worn by a rookie idol. Natty, you're so sickening. Their stylist really loves certain assets of Natty, the 5th gen it girl. Natty really out to make me lose my mind daily. It's the fact that some K-nets are shocked at Natty's fit. Like, this is my first time seeing a rookie idol dressed like this. Maybe because your rookie idols are all underage. Anyways, slay Natty, we love you. Now, when I say I was shocked by this, I don't mean in a bad way. I just mean I'm so used to seeing safety shorts. I'm so used to seeing the most random shirts underneath other shirts to make something more quote unquote modest. Like, the most recent example I can think of is Karina's drama outfit, like the denim. Like, she's wearing a random piece of denim underneath a denim shirt and it looks weird. I have to admit, it looks a little weird. And we see this constantly. It just makes me wonder, because sometimes it looks fine. Sometimes they make things longer and it looks fine, but sometimes it's so obvious that it just doesn't fit with the original clothing that they want the idol to wear, but they can't let the idol just wear. Do you remember when Ning Ning wore a bra under her shirt or something? And it was like the end of the world. They had to change it to a tube top. Do you know what I mean? Let me know what you think of this outfit. Have you ever wondered how fan cams are actually filmed? Like, the logistics of it. Like, do music shows just have a dedicated employee for every single member and then a dedicated employee for the group shot? But then wouldn't you need 2 dedicated employees per member? Because then you have the full body fan cams and then some of the face cams. But then if you have a group like 17, then do you have 27 employees? I know how to do math. I added an extra employee for the group fan cam. Well, the answer is no to all of that, and my world has been torn apart because KBS has revealed how they actually film their fan cams. KBS's unexpected way of filming music bank fan cams is going viral after shocking netizens. Netizens were shocked as KBS moved into the modern era of K-pop. So naturally, you would expect somebody to be sat there filming a fan cam. That's literally what a fan cam means. 10 years ago, you'd be appalled at the fan cams today are wonderful. I've seen fan cams from like Girls' Generation where it's someone with their shaky camcorder and it's horrible, but you know, whatever. Here's how they actually do it. The video showed girl group IVE recording a recent performance for their baddie promotions. So it looks like they filmed the girls horizontally and then they input each member's face into a system that recognizes them as they move around. Of course, it's AI. What did you expect? So the AI is able to follow each member. So you can, in theory, just record one horizontal fan cam and get 13. I think that's the biggest group right now promoting. It allows multiple fan cams to be created from one shot with minimal effort. This just takes the fun out of everything. Like, I get it. I'm not like actually complaining. I don't like actually expect music shows to like hire 27 people, you know, maximum, to literally sit there and film. Do you remember there was one incident where there was a Ning Ning fan cam and the guy recording was like heard talking, and people thought he was talking shit about Ning Ning, and then like from then on they started muting the beginning of fan cams. Let's check out the video really quickly.
女性6人グループ IVE がテレビ番組でパフォーマンスする映像からチッケムを制作する過程を見せてもらいました。
I'm not gonna lie, there is a certain charm to, you know some of those fan cams you watched and it's like they lost the member and they're trying to find the member again, you know? Like, there's a certain charm to that. But you know what? If AI is gonna do anything, I'd like it to do this. Let's move on to K-pop shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently. So we had some quite shocking news for K-pop this morning with the announcement that the rest of the BTS members are going to be preparing for their military enlistment. So we have RM, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. Here's what Big Hit said. We would like to inform our fans that RM, Jimin, V, and Jungkook have initiated the military enlistment process. The artists are preparing to fulfill their military service duties. We will inform you of further updates in due course. We ask for your continued love and support of RM, Jimin, V, and Jungkook until they complete their military service and return safely. Our company will spare no effort in providing support for our artists. Thank you. If you go on Twitter, you will see "We Will Wait for You" in 2025 seems to be trending. Here are all the music videos that have been released. We have Park Bom's "I" featuring Dawn, Dreamcatcher's OOTD, MCND's Odd Venture, and Jessica's Beep Beep. Now, I do want to do a little comment response section because I came across this TikTok that used my clip of my coverage of the live stream that was leaked where people were accusing Seunghan of bad-mouthing Inche. So I saw this TikTok and it literally cuts me off before I say that it was a mistranslation. Original story, Seunghan was accused of talking badly about the Seraphim's Inche as he was saying something about someone not being able to... So I'm literally muted before I can say that it's a mistranslation. So I just wanted to clarify that if you saw that TikTok, let me show you the rest of what I said for context. Now, in the original story, Seunghan was accused of talking badly about the Seraphim's Inche. However, it seems that there were some mistranslations going around. So here's a more accurate transcription of the conversation. So I just wanted to talk about that, in case you come across that TikTok and you're confused about it maybe. So that is basically it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Don't forget to screen record, darling. It's not gonna be funny, is it? Buckingham. Someone made fun of me for the way I pronounced David Attenborough. Well, the person who leaked the photos really shouldn't